Are you recording? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, get off my slippers. Okay. Will! Here's my belly from the front 2 months postpartum. Yes. Here is it. Will! Get off my feet. Daddy! Oh, feet!
Oh, okay. I won't do the feet anymore.
Welcome to my 2-month postpartum update with twins. I don't even know where to begin. So much has happened in the last 2 months. It's just been a whirlwind. I'll talk about my weight first. I don't know how much I was at the end. All I know is at the end I was really big, and I really don't even know where I was at the end because it was crazy. I was just gaining weight. I just know that today I need to lose 15 more pounds to be back to the weight I was when I got pregnant with my twin boys. So that's good news. I'm not really worried about it. I think I'm just gonna pretty much wait till after Christmas to even really start, like, you know, saying, okay, I gotta get this under control. I want to get my old clothes on, which I can fit into pretty much all of my old clothes. I can fit into them, but I don't like how I look underneath them. You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff that pops out, and yeah. But my jeans, I can fit in one pair of old jeans, which I'm surprised because usually I can't fit into them anything. But I think that's because I'm wearing girdles. So a lot of girdles, ladies. I recommend that. If you're having twins, stock up. Go to Walmart, buy the cheapest pairs you can find because you're gonna wear them all the time. Because I don't like the feeling of my skin like moving when I'm walking. You know what I mean? Like when you walk, it's like jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. So it's not even about like for no one can see my bump. It's just I don't like that feeling. So I got girdles. I think it was like 10 bucks for 2 at Walmart, and it's just, yeah, I wear them every day. I don't even care. Blah. So let's talk about my stretch marks. I got massacred, which I think anyone who's been following me has, I've said it since, I don't know, it was 20 something weeks that my stretch marks are bad. And they are horrendous. I will not show you them because they scare me. Okay, they are brown. There's probably 300 of them. My belly button doesn't even look like a belly button anymore. It's just like everything's all shriveled up. It's not a pretty sight. Definitely, if I ever can get a tummy tuck, I would like one because no one should see this. Not even myself. It's really, really bad. It's kind of like, it's funny, it's, cause it starts from like where my belly button, like, no, my waist down, and it's like darker like throughout the whole belly. So it's like my skin color has changed from like my waist down, like a dark tan color, and then the stretch marks are like brown, and then there's like a couple black ones too. So it's really weird because like when I had my first son, Harrison, all my stretch marks were like bright red, like super red. And now these are all brown, so I don't even know. The doctor did say do not tan this part of my belly for a year because they're wounds, you know. They need time to heal, and the sun would make it worse. I have no plans to show my belly to anybody, so, or anything, or show it outside. It's definitely my eyes only. Yeah. One of the other things that's been happening that I didn't expect is that my body is still sore from carrying that much weight. My knees hurt. Like, my knees hurt. It's really interesting. Like, if I had to like bend down, like, or like get to a squat position, my knees hurt. It kind of feels like there's like sore, or like I pulled something. But this has been going on for 2 months. They still hurt. So that's been something I have to get used to, and hoping that it'll go away soon. Just something that's new. So my overall feeling is pretty good. I feel like I would say 85% my old self, like Emily. Like, this is how Emily feels without having babies in her. That Emily before I even had children. Like, I feel like 85%. I still, of course, exhaustion is a huge part of it. I have 4 kids, 3 and under. Like, it's crazy. Sleep is sketchy. It's just, yeah. But I feel like I can run, walk, skip, jump, fly, whatever. I could do what I used to do. It's been really nice. Like, showering's been really good. Like, I used to hate showering when I was pregnant with the twins. I felt like I was gonna just melt away. It was horrible. Being pregnant with twins, at the end. No joke, hardest thing I ever did in my whole life. Because I had such a really hard delivery, I couldn't nurse. My milk really never came in at all. I tried, I could never get a flow. I never let at all, and be like a little bit at a time. And by the time like I had like a little bit, they were already like 2 to 3 weeks old, and they were formula fed babies. And I tried to introduce it to them, but again, it wasn't a lot. Like, it was like an ounce every 5 hours, and an ounce between 2 babies is kind of like redundant to give it to them, because it's just like, it's an ounce, you know. And it wasn't even, it was a weird color too. It wasn't white like normal. Sorry about the lighting. It's like a stormy day, so the lighting's weird. Sorry. So it wasn't even like white. It was like a yellowish color. So I even felt uncomfortable giving it to them because it was a weird color. So it never happened. I just said, okay, I'm not gonna nurse. It's not gonna happen. You know, we're doing this. This is the way it's gonna be. So I let it go. So what was it about 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I got my period, and literally the best part about it was not the best part. So I bled up to 6+ weeks, and like literally I stopped bleeding. I had like 3 days off, and then bam, my period came. And so that was like, you know, I was like, darn, you know. It's like, I don't want this. I want a break, and all I do is wear, you know, girl things, and I don't want to do this anymore. So got my girl thing, and let me tell you, ladies, girl things, your period, is horrendous. It is so bad after having twins. It was like flow, cramping, horrible. I did not like it. It was the worst, and it lasted for like 8 days or 9 days. It was, I actually called my doctor to say, you know, this is crazy. Am I okay? I had a hemorrhage during delivery. Is this right? Because my other two I nursed till they were like 9 months, almost a year. My daughter was almost a year. My son was almost 9 months. And my first period was not this bad. But this one, whoa. Just letting you know, ladies. First period, if you don't nurse maybe, for me, it's a lot. It's a lot. I actually was even wearing like 2 pads at a time. And I was wearing like Depends over that with my underwear, because I was going through pads and pads and pads and pads and pads and pads. Like, sleeping was insane. Yeah, so that was fun. And my acne has come back. Just like total girl normal stuff with periods. Like, I'm getting pimples. It's like, it's really weird because I've been pregnant a lot the last couple of years, and I haven't had acne problems, and now I'm like boom, 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 boom. So pimples, awesome. That's been fun. I did go to the doctor a couple days ago, and I had my checkup with everything. Everything looked good in the lady department area. I did not have any tears, which I was like, hallelujah. It was really good. So there was no tears. I did talk to her about having more kids in the future, about preeclampsia, about like the risk of hemorrhaging. She said that the more kids you have, the more likely it is you'll hemorrhage. So I'm like, great, awesome, this is super. Preeclampsia, she said, if you had it before, it's more likely you'll have it again. But she did say because they were twins, that's probably why I had it, because I didn't have it with the other two. She did talk about that if I did get pregnant again, to start a baby aspirin regimen when I get pregnant, if I decide to have another baby. I guess it's supposed to prevent preeclampsia, but I don't know. Definitely, if I get pregnant, I'll try it, because preeclampsia is no joke. It's really hard. It's not. I mean, anyone who has it, I feel for you. It was unbelievable. No fun. So she did say I shouldn't get pregnant for at least 9 months. She did want me to do a blood test, which I talked about in my last video. They did call me back. They said that my iron levels are still really, 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 really low. They want me to up my iron again, which is great. I'll do it. I've done it. I'm doing it. So, and then they did say that like some of my counts with my liver and stuff was not where they wanted it to be. So I have to go in a month again to get it retested again. And like my blood level is still really low. It's just scary, you know. You wonder like, why is my body like popping back? Like why am I still struggling to get there? I know that my birth was quite traumatic, which if you haven't seen it, go see my birth video. It was a traumatic experience. I'm hoping that in a few more months I'll have my blood volume back again, at least most of it, and the iron levels will level off, and my kidneys will come back, and like everything will go back to normal, because I don't, it's scary, you know? I got 4 kids, I want to be around for them, and I want to be healthy, and yeah, so just get me healthy. So my preeclampsia symptoms have all gone. I can feel my fingers again. The bloating is 90% gone. I still can't get my wedding ring on, which I'm just shocked about. But I'm guessing my fingers were so swollen that it just needs more time. Because to me they look the right size, but my rings aren't. They're not there yet. So more time. I guess a lot of fat in my hands or something. I don't know. The skin got stretched out so much that it needs more time. So that's something that's just something I'm waiting for. I think I'm gonna wear my wedding ring again. So I did have a little bit of postpartum depression for the first few weeks of when I got home. And I don't even know if it was fully depression. I feel like it was triggered by what happened with Griffin. And if you don't know about what happened with him, he couldn't eat properly with the bottle. He wasn't taking the formula. He was losing weight. The doctor was very scared. And at one point that I thought that he was going to die because he was not eating, and he screamed. I'm not kidding, all the time. And not like a cry. This is a scream from the bottom of his soul. And for me with 4 kids, thank God my husband was here. My husband was off work for 4 weeks, which just saved our lives. It was the hardest thing I've ever lived through because he screamed all the time and he wouldn't eat properly. I mean, he still is not a good eater, but we've gotten it better. But he would just drench himself. Like all the liquid just fall out of his mouth. It was horrible. When we figured out what the problem was, I started to come out of it a little bit. But my husband can definitely tell you it was pretty rough at some points. I really, you know, all the triggers, like thinking I was worthless, thinking that my children didn't need me, that they could do better without me, like all of the main postpartum symptoms when you Google it, I had it for a few weeks. And it was hard. I cried a lot. I've never cried so much in my whole life. It was quite an experience. But when my parents were kind of having an intervention with me, when I was at my lowest point, they Googled it and they read me all the symptoms, and like it kind of triggered when I realized that it was something that I couldn't control anymore. That I kind of could back up and say, okay, so this is not my fault the way I feel, and it's gonna stop because it's not real. And slowly but surely, I came out of it. And, you know, it didn't last all day. It would kind of go in cycles, too. But if that's something, I don't know if it's normal for other women that's gone through it. But, like, I'd be fine for a few hours. And then something would happen. He'd be crying. Or a kid would be upset. And then I'd just slip. I'd go, and be really sad. And thinking that life was over. And that life was not worth living. And I felt like that this is not what I want anymore, and it's not how I am. Like, it's not how I am, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and then it's gone. So I really feel like it's completely gone. I've not had any signs of depression in like 3 or 4 weeks. So, but yeah, that was definitely rough. And I really think it was because of Griffin being so sick in the beginning, and the fear of him not making it really just the tailspin, and it was super sad. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for my postpartum 2-month update. I will do another one next month just to let you know how it's going, to give you an update on the blood test. I'm going to do another month to see if my levels have come back. And yeah, so we'll do a belly shot. I will not show you my skin, which I said in the beginning, because that's for my eyes only. Okay, my eyes only. Okay, here we go. Okay, everyone, so here's my belly from the front, 2 months postpartum. I do have a girdle on, but that's just how it goes. Here from the side. Yeah, and just suck it in. Ugh. It's cushy. I have a lot of extra skin too. It's like, look at these folds that I'm not used to. Usually just, yeah, it's just like weird. But what you do is what happens when you have twins, I guess. Extra skin. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Bye. 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 Bye.